Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited today. I decided to try something new. So I decided to bake bread rolls. It's my first time, my first trial in baking bread. So let's see how it turns out. Yay. So first of all, I'm adding 1 cup of flour, and then I want to mix my dry ingredients first. All right. So 1 cup of flour, 1 spoon of sweetener. Actually, I'm using sweetener instead of sugar because I'm trying to cut down carbs. Then I added 1 spoon of salt. So the yeast I'm using is already prepared, kind of. It comes in sachet. So I just added 1 sachet. They actually made 1 sachet for a dough. So for a loaf, so I added 1 sachet of yeast. So I'm going to mix properly before I start adding my wet ingredients. So I'm going to be adding 125 ml of milk. I used coconut milk instead. I'm also avoiding lactose. So, and 1 egg. So I am trying to eat healthy while I still eat what any other person can eat, in case if you come to my house, yeah. So I'm going to mix properly, and my butter goes in. I can't turn this butter with this spoon actually, so I have to use my finger. It's very hard. I tried using the spoon but it's not possible to do that, so I gave up and then I decided to use my hand to mix it. The butter is not properly mixed, but I'll be needing the dough after all, so I just didn't bother to mix it anymore. It's going to be mixed while I'm kneading. So I sprinkled 2 tablespoons of flour on this board that I'm going to be using to knead. Well, the dough is really small, so I didn't really try to use 2 hands. Maybe if I had used 2 hands, it would have made a difference anyway. But I used only one hand to mix it because it's small and I didn't want to spread it all over. So I'm going to be kneading it totally. Make sure you knead till you get an even mixture, okay? So don't give up, keep kneading and try to separate it from the board so that it doesn't stick. Well, after kneading properly, see, I have an even mixture. I had to grease the bowl I'm going to use with vegetable oil. Also, have to rub some of the oil, brush some of the oil on the dough so that when it rises, it won't stick the part. It won't stick to the bowl. And then cover. Well, I'll be using tin film. I don't really like using the tea towel on top without putting the tin film first. So, ta-da! This is what it turned out to be after almost 2 hours. Yeah, because I left it to do other things. So almost 2 hours, this is what it turned out to be. It's kind of soft. Okay, I don't know if I should have left it for more than that. Maybe it would have been more than this, but well, I just left it for almost 2 hours and this is what I got. It's soft, so it's time to roll and roll it. And for this rolling, you are the artist. You know what you want your bread rolls to look like. For me, I don't think I would bother about what it looks like because I'm the one to consume it. It's not for commercial purposes. For you, you know what you would like. You might like to make it into the roll shape, or you might like to leave it as a loaf. Okay, so I decided to make it into rolls. It will be easier for me to eat, to enjoy, instead of cutting it or slicing it when I make it into a loaf. So now all I just need to do is roll into the shapes I want. Don't forget to brush the pan with oil to avoid the dough sticking. Okay, don't forget that. So I had to brush my baking pan with oil and then add the shapes, the rolls into the baking pan. It was really nice doing it. Okay, although I didn't get an even shape throughout, but it was nice rolling it out and cutting. So maybe next one I'll bake, I'll try to make a loaf instead. Yeah, I'll see what that will look like. So this is what I got. I'm going to cover it up again and leave it to stay for at least 30 minutes. So this time I left it for another 1 hour. Yeah, I did actually, and this is what it turned out to look like. It didn't really double in size, but it increased. Okay, I'm using a wholemeal flour and just wholemeal flour. I didn't add bread flour or any other flour. So this is what it looks like, and I think it's nice. So conventionally I would have used egg to brush it now before baking, but I decided to bake before brushing it with egg. Actually, I forgot to brush it with egg, so I had to bake, and then I remembered the egg halfway when the bread was almost done. Then I went to brush it with egg and honey actually. So this is what it looks like now. It's shiny and it's nice. Yeah, though I would say it's too brown. Yeah, I know next one will be better than this actually. So this is it. It's really soft and it's tasty. Oh, it tastes like a snack instead of bread. Like, it has this honey taste with, there's no sugar in it, so